What's going on, guys? Romer the Bromer here. I'm joined with Dan and Dylan today. They've sold over 30 million on Amazon, wholesaling from their living rooms. They had a warehouse at one point, but now they went back to not having a warehouse at all, which I think is awesome. And they're really able to do this from their homes. And today we're going to be going over step by step how to source products on Amazon for wholesale using the reverse wholesale sourcing model. Is that correct, Dylan? Did I say that correctly?
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. And then also, before we dive into this, because Dylan's about to take it away, I want to remind you guys they are having a free training coming up soon. So there is a link below this video to register for that free training. Do you guys want to talk about that real quick? What's going to be covered in that and really what the experience is going to be like for people?
Yeah, we're doing a 3-day live workshop, and it's going to be 3 intense days of us teaching and training exactly how our Amazon business that's done over $30 million operates, exactly how we find products, exactly how we land big wholesale accounts that bring in income, repeatable income every single month, just buying the same products again and again and again, which enables you to build a successful business that can grow and is very scalable. So it's the ideal way to be able to sell on Amazon. It's how you build a big multi-million-dollar business on Amazon, and we're going to be teaching that over 3 days for free. But you got to sign up and you got to show up because it is a live broadcast. So make sure and check that out. You don't want to miss it.
Awesome. I'm excited for that. All right, so your screen is shared, and we're ready to rock and roll.
All right, like you had said, we've sold over $30 million on Amazon, and we do it with wholesale. Many of the largest sellers on Amazon are wholesalers just like us, but there is a unique difference between us and many other people that do wholesale on Amazon, and it's that we do something called reverse sourcing wholesale. So you see in this screen, I have the two different models: the traditional wholesale at the top, which is what we do not do. The way that typically works is a brand owner or a manufacturer makes a product, and then they sell it to wholesalers or distributors, and then those are effectively middlemen who carry product, and many Amazon sellers buy their products from those wholesalers or distributor middlemen. We do not purchase from wholesalers or distributors. We purchase our products direct from the brand owner themselves, direct from the manufacturer, because, well, without a middleman, you're paying the lowest possible price, the best possible price. But the difficulty with that, and which we'll teach in another video with you that you'll be posting, is the difficulty with buying brand owner direct. Why doesn't everyone do that? Why doesn't everyone buy manufacturer direct? And that's because actually it's a little bit more difficult. Brand owners aren't willing to work with just anybody. There are some things you have to do and some things you have to say to be able to work directly with a brand owner and get that direct pricing access, which you'll learn at our free workshop that we just talked about, how you're able to convince a brand to want to work with you directly as one of their Amazon sellers. We'll cover that in great detail at the workshop and another video on your channel here. But what we really want to show today.
And I'll link that video below, guys. That video will be linked in the description as well. How to evaluate the listing.
Yeah, and what we really want to show in this video today is, well, how do we source for products? How do we find products, right? What does that look like? Because we do it in a very particular way. We have our own formula, the wholesale formula, that enables us to easily find great product opportunities that we would definitely want to sell with this reverse sourcing model. And it also, which we're going to show you, you can have a pretty good idea of how much money that you can be making doing it, which is great too. So what does a good potential product look like? Well, where we start our search for products is on Amazon itself. We look for products on Amazon itself, and we use software to be able to help us do that, which we're going to show and demonstrate today. So we look for it makes sense, right? Like, I want to sell good products on Amazon, best-selling products, so I start my search to find products on Amazon itself. And then that's what the reverse part is. I find the products on Amazon first, and then I go to the who makes it. Then I find out who makes it, right? I don't go to a wholesaler first and see what they carry. I find what I want to buy. I find the product that I really want to carry on Amazon, and then I go find who is the brand owner, who's the manufacturer of it, and buy it direct from them. So 3 traits of a good potential wholesale product for our model is, number one, the product is not sold by Amazon's retail, right? That means that Amazon is not one of the sellers. The reason for this is that Amazon doesn't play by the rules. It's rules for thee, but not for me with Amazon. They don't follow their own rules for the platform, so they're no fun to compete against. They're no fun to sell against. For a lot of different reasons that we don't have to get into, but you can just trust me. And you don't want to try to sell products that Amazon themselves as a seller is also selling, because they're not fun or fair to deal with.
I mean, most people ask, like, can you profitably sell against Amazon? And the answer is, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
not worth it.
They compress your margins. It makes it much harder to add value by changing listings and things like that. So, like, you should definitely avoid products that are sold by Amazon. They're just better, easier opportunities out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing about used books is you never have to compete against Amazon. Generally, Amazon does have something called warehouse deals, but whenever Amazon's on a book listing, they're selling the book brand new. So it's almost like a different market in a sense. It's not exactly a different market. They can still pull strings and they can make their new listing, the focus of the buy box. But we don't really experience that as much as booksellers. So that's a very interesting concept.
Yeah. And then number 2 is that the product listing must have a minimum of 3 unique sellers. It must have at least 3 unique people selling the product.
I thought the idea of wholesale was to be the only seller. Dylan, how are we? Why is 3 sellers a good thing?
Well, eventually you want to become the only seller, but that's not how you start out. So what we use this criteria for is if there is a minimum of 3 sellers, we know a couple things. We know, one, it's very likely this product is not private label, so it's not going to be a waste of time for us to contact the brand, because a private label product is a product that's sold by the brand itself, so that's very unlikely that they would even allow anyone else to sell the product. And it means that this brand is open to having resellers, right? If they have multiple people selling it, it means they're pretty open to it, and they don't already have an exclusive agreement or an exclusive arrangement with an Amazon seller if there's multiple people there. So it means that there is a better chance. It's a good way to qualify a product. There's a better chance that you have a shot at being approved to be one of the retailers. So that's why I have a minimum of 3 sellers. It's just a good way to try to make sure that you're looking at opportunities that are going to be worth your time. Because if there's only 1 seller, usually there's a reason. It just means they're not allowing anyone else to sell it is the easiest way. So it's best to just avoid those. Minimum 3 sellers is a good way to start looking at, and there's no maximum. I don't care if we've sold products that had 120 sellers, 150 sellers before. It doesn't matter. There's no maximum, but at least 3 gives us a good idea that the company's going to be open to working with retailers like us. And then third, which is going to take, you can't deduce it in a simple bullet point. We're going to have to show you live here in a second, is that you can sell it many times per month. So we developed a formula to where we can look at any product on Amazon, almost any product, and very accurately estimate if I were selling this product, how many times would I be able to sell it? No matter how many sellers there are, how many times would I be able to sell this product each month? And we're going to show you that.
I think, people watching are probably thinking, like, what is many? Like, how do you define many? And it's hard to define many because it's going to vary from person to person and product to product. For example, if I were selling a pack of gum and, it was selling 20 times a month, that would be not amazing, right? Like, I'm not going to make enough money. But if I were selling a $600 item that, sold that 20 times per month, I'm going to make significantly more money, and it might qualify for something I would want to carry. So you just have to have, it's almost like the common sense factor whenever you're thinking about what makes sense in my business and what's going to kind of move the needle.
Yeah. What's it worth it to you? Right. Kind of thing. So let me just show you and teach you how we find products all day long that meet these criteria. And I'm going to show you using the software that we use in our business. It's called Helium 10. So you'll be following along watching. But you can understand this criteria and watching us do this. You can search on Amazon and find products yourself manually or with your own software. Lots of different ways. But I'm just going to be showing you using the one that we actually use in our business, which is Helium 10.
There's no price criteria at all, like the $600 example versus a pack of gum. Like, you're not looking for like a profit minimum or like a price minimum?
We'll talk about that a little bit. That's
cool.
That's also relative for people too. We'd like you, whatever makes sense or works for people. So I've got Helium-10 pulled up here. And what we're looking at is Helium-10's black box feature. Basically, this is a database. Helium-10 has basically searched almost every product on Amazon and put it in a database so that you can request information from them and set certain criteria yourself to try to find and filter out products so that you're only looking at the things that you want to look at from Amazon, which is really cool. And you can fill out a lot of those factors that we just talked about, right? So let's start with looking in a particular category. That's going to be the first thing we said. Dan, I like to let you pick our category. You do a great job at this. What category we want to look in today? What category we want to search for products in?
Dan, you're muted, I think. You there, Dan? Hold on. That might be
Office products, my friend. Sorry about that.
Office products. All right, we're doing office products today. So we've selected office products as the category that we want to search in. And then, so you're just asking Avery about price. So typically we recommend people, if they're first getting into wholesale, a great place to start with price minimums is about $20, because that's going to give you room really to make mistakes potentially. If you don't know, like, because with enough room in price, a higher price, you're going to be typically have more room for profit and stuff like that.
With lower price products, there's just less margin. There's less actual dollar margin. So you have to be significantly more efficient. So as you grow and as your business grows and your shipment sizes go up, you start processing more SKUs and things like that. Like I believe that you drop this minimum over time, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and yeah, as you get more experience, you can set this number lower. But for beginners, 20 is a good spot. And when we say 20, we don't mean literal $20. We mean like, $20 ish. So when we search, we like to search at like $18.90, because if you set this number at 20, you'd miss all the 1999s and the 1998s. You know what I mean?
Right, and that price will vary greatly in profit too, right? Because of the dimensions and different aspects of actually shipping the product.
Sure, yeah, and so we like to have a little flexibility there. So we'll just want to look at products that are priced above $18.90 for now, and a lot of this other criteria we don't really care about. Review count, review rating, doesn't really matter for us. So next criteria we'll set number of sellers. Remember I said a minimum of at least 3 unique sellers, so we can set that criteria in here. Set it to 3. That's really cool. Fulfillment method. Remember when I said don't want products sold by Amazon? Well, we'll just select FBM and FBA. We only see products that are that are sold FBA and FBM. Now this doesn't work 100% of the time in Helium-10, but it does a pretty good job of mostly filtering out Amazon. We may run into some things that Amazon still sells, but this does a pretty decent job of filtering out Amazon.
For complete newbies, what's the difference between FBA and FBM?
Yeah, FBA means the seller is using Amazon's fulfillment by Amazon program, and their products are fulfilled by Amazon's warehouses, and they have 2-day shipping, prime shipping, that 1 day or the same day or 2-day shipping that Amazon provides. FBM sellers are people that ship the product themselves, from their homes or from their own businesses, and so that's the 2 differences between those. We sell FBA, and we recommend everybody sell FBA. It's absolutely right. You kind of have to if you're wanting to sell products on Amazon. It's the best way. So that's what
much more passive, and you can get more money for the products too. You can actually sell them for more and do less work, because Amazon does all the work for you: prepping, packing, shipping, tracking, all of that.
And also Amazon gives you preference for their buy box, which we'll talk about in a second when you do FBA. So you sell way more units to do an FBA, way more. It's an unfair advantage that you kind of have to take to do. And then we like to set monthly sales threshold. So how many times does this product in general total sell per month? So we like to set that at like something like 90. Okay, just so that we're still only seeing products that have decent volume. So the products that are selling at least 3 times a day, something like that. So that we're only looking at stuff worth looking at. I don't really want to be looking at something that just sells 4 or 5 times a month. You know what I mean? It's not worth my time. So set it to 90. And so we've got these criteria set, and we're just off to the races. We hit search, and Helium-10 just starts serving us products that meet our criteria, and it says 200 plus products found, but it trust me, it found thousands. You can sit here and look at products all day. So let's I'm just going to scroll through, Dan, and if you see any that you think are kind of maybe worth...
I definitely like that second product. That second product's great.
Wow, already. Boom.
Cotton business paper. All right. Cotton
And
business.
I would definitely check out the first product too, the universal cork board.
Universal cork board. Okay.
The Fisher Space Pen. I like that guy.
Fisher. At first, from my brain said Fisher Price for some reason.
I also read Fisher Price the first time and almost didn't pick it. And I was like, why would I care about a Fisher Price pen? And then, what's this guy?
So at this point, are your eyeballs like? What are your eyes looking at? Like, what's kind of making you interested?
Typically, one thing that I do avoid are like if major brand names like Canon. I'm going to avoid that just because like those are if it's a multi-billion-dollar company, it's a lot harder to acquire the direct account. So I'm looking at just mostly for brand names I don't necessarily recognize is one thing.
Right, products that look interesting and brand names that we don't recognize.
Yeah, like IKEA. I wouldn't be interested in IKEA.
So interesting, like niche.
Scroll up, Dylan.
Weird.
Weird. I love weird products.
Okay. Yeah, I love weird too. Yeah, but for me, I mostly just try to avoid. All I'm really looking at is any product that isn't as a brand name that I've probably never heard of before.
Let's try this Hirsch Industries.
Hirsch Industries, just a big filing cabinet kind of looking thing. All right.
Anybody watching the video is like, "Oh my god, he just picked a giant item."
Yeah, that's huge.
Okay, so which one do you want to start with, Dan?
Any one of them. Let's just go left to right, I guess.
Let's go with.
I'm guessing it's not a huge deal to deal with huge items. Like, can you guys do that?
Well, let's talk about let's talk about why huge items make sense. A lot of folks that come from the retail arbitrage background, they're thinking about the problems involved in dealing with a large item, right? Like, where do I find a box? How am I going to ship this? How much is it going to cost to ship? And from the wholesale perspective, you get a lot more flexibility, right? Like in our model, I don't actually touch our products. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to think about how to ship them. I don't have to worry about those things. And whenever we typically deal in larger quantities, so you're able to leverage like pallet shipping or truck, potentially in some cases full truckload shipping or something like that to really reduce your costs. So while it's really inefficient to carry a lot of big items as a retail arbitrage seller or something like that, it can be incredibly efficient to do it as a wholesale seller. Like the vast majority of our orders don't even go to a prep center. They actually just go directly to Amazon. So imagine, with this filing cabinet, we place we like this product or whatever, and we place an order for 20 or 30 units, and we never touch those. Those just go shipped straight to Amazon, and then Amazon ships them out to customers. So it's not a problem for us.
Yeah, like the way to really make it make sense, right? It's like if you bought this, let's say you do arbitrage, right? You went to your Office Depot was closing, and they were selling these cabinets for pretty cheap, right? To ship it into Amazon, it probably costs you $40, $50, $60 or something
right.
to ship it parcel, but it doesn't cost us that. We buy it directly from the brand, and they ship it pallet, and it costs us something like 20 cents a pound, maybe, or even less.
Wow.
30 cents a pound, right? Kind of thing, right? So it costs us significantly less to be able to ship this product than if you have to ship it parcel or whatever, right? So that's why heavy products or big products are fine with our model. Same thing with this cork board, same kind of thing. So this cork board, let's just review it real quick. Price over $20 just to confirm. Yep, it has at least 3 unique sellers. It says right here that there's 26. I have Keepa installed here, which also shows me it would show as a big orange bar if Amazon was a seller. So Amazon doesn't sell this product. And so here's something really cool. The product's buy box price is $26.49, and the seller big desk drawer. This isn't a prime offer. This isn't an FBA offer. This is a merchant fulfilled offer. So something really cool to know. And if we look at all the other sellers, none of them are FBA sellers either. It's all merchant fulfilled sellers, people that are just shipping this from their own business or shipping this drop ship or however. If we were to sell this product FBA, right? We would, and we priced competitively. We may be able to price this at like $27, $28, $29 potentially. We would get the buy box and almost never relinquish it. Hardly anyone would buy. Like, we would get almost all the sales for this product because we would be the only FBA offer, the only Prime offer, the only way to get this in 2 days or 1 day from Amazon with that in that guaranteed customer service and that guaranteed shipping from Amazon. When you sell Prime on Amazon, when you sell FBA, they give you buy box preference over these merchant fulfilled sellers, and they always have. Whether that's fair or not is one thing, but that's the way that it works. So if you sold this product at somewhere around this price, and what did it say that this sold? How many times a month did it say this sold? Do we remember? It says this sells about 127 times a month, about $3,000, $3,300 in revenue. If we were to sell this FBA, that's how much in sales we would do every single month with this product, and that's if we didn't improve this Amazon listing, which we'll talk about in the next video with you, Avery. But at worst case scenario, you're probably generating about over $3,000 a month in revenue with this core cord.
So you're that confident that you're going to get like 100% of the sales just because you're FBA and there's no FBA competition and you're not being too greedy with the price. You're just going $3 or $4 above.
I wouldn't say 100%. I'd say 80%. Some people will buy outside of the buy box just because there's a cheaper price and they don't care to wait a week. But most people will just pay Prime. For those of you that are out there that watch, you probably shop on Amazon a lot, and I know I'm definitely guilty of this. Dan, I know you are too, because you're a lot like me when it comes to buying stuff. I'll just pay the extra dollars to get it Prime shipped. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm happy to pay it every single time to know I get my item and not have to wait for it and not have to deal with somebody else's shipping that takes forever. Like it.
On my live webinar, I always ask people how many people in here are Prime members, and it's just crazy how many comments flood in that they're Prime members. 2/3 of American homes have Prime memberships.
Yeah, absolutely. It's wild. So let's look at a couple other products. This product actually is sold by Amazon, so that was one of the software just missed that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, and Amazon can hide it, right? Amazon can hide that they're on the listing sometimes. At least they do it with book arbitrage software. They'll hide it.
Yeah, sure. They'll make it
rules.
Right. They'll make it difficult sometimes. And then you want to look at this pin product, Dan?
Sure. Yeah, I think this is a good one.
So this pin product, these pins sell, how many times does this sell? 436 times per month. Ooh. These pins, which is a lot, especially, is it just one pin? It is. It's not like a box of pins or anything. It's just one fancy pin, one fancy $26 pin, right?
I'm liking this one.
So you're talking about
a cheap.
a smaller, cheaper product to ship something really easy like that, just a premium pin, right?
I mean, I see why it's $26 pin. Did you see this? It writes in extreme temperatures, underwater, zero gravity, or at any angle.
Oh, that's very cool. Zero gravity. That's one of those things too. I'm interested. Do all pins write in zero gravity, or just is that a claim you can make about all pins? I don't know. I'm not a physicist, but pretty smart to put in the copy if it were true. And how many people need to buy a pin? How many people are like shopping for pins? I'm going to be in space next week. Yeah, I need a pin. So I also find that interesting to write. But anyway, we're getting off topic. I'm sorry. So how many units of this product could we sell? Well, I'm about to show you our formula for determining that, right? So let's make sure it meets all those criteria, right? Amazon's not selling it. I don't see any orange in my Keepa chart. It's sold $26, so that's good. That meets our criteria. There's 11 people selling this product, so that's good. Not outside, so that's over our 3. And this seller, it ships from Amazon and sold by PB Trading. So that means it is Prime. It is the buy box is controlled by an FBA offer. So let's look at the other sellers. So I'm about to teach everybody something here. So how many of this could we sell with 11 people selling it, and many of them Prime? This is a Prime. This is Prime. Prime. All these are Prime offers because it says ships from Amazon, right? And has the Prime information right here. If we were selling this, how many could we sell? Well, here's a great tip for everybody. This price here is called the buy box price, $26.35. The buy box is what this area is called. Everyone watching probably understands that or knows it, but I just want to be super clear. And everyone priced within from all of our years of experience, what we found is people priced within 2% of this price, this buy box price, are actively competing for sales of this product. Anyone priced higher than 2% of this price are not actively competing for the buy box and are likely getting 0 sales. So how can we figure that out real quick? So if we take this price, $26.35, and we multiply that by 1.02, that's going to show us what 2% above it is. So that's anyone priced higher than $26.87. So anyone at $26.88 and above are not selling this product at all, not getting any sales of this product. $26.88. So how many of those people are there? How many people are priced below $26.88? Those are our real competition. So we've got one here at the top, one that's in the buy box, 2, 3, and I only care about prime sellers, 4, 5, 6. This is not a prime seller, so they're not really competition. This isn't a prime seller. This isn't a prime seller. This isn't a prime seller, because it says ships from their name instead of from Amazon. So we've got all real competition here. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total sellers. Meaning, if we were to sell this product, we would be the 7th. Okay, we'd be the 7th seller of this product. So all that we have to do is take Helium 10's number of monthly sales, their monthly sales estimate, and divide that by 7. That's how many units we'd sell each month. Right? So let's do that. What is that? We would sell 436 divided by 7. We'd sell about 62 of these pens. 62 of these pens every single month.
Well, let's say, Dylan, let's say you sold 62 of those pens. How much money would you make?
You would do about $1,600 in revenue. About what profit, right? What kind of profit would that be at, right? And let's like an estimate, like a conservative estimate, right? A conservative estimate would be like 15% profit margin, right? $250 a month. Are you okay with $250 a month selling some pens? Just click and reorder. Send an email to reorder from Fisher Space to order these nice premium right and zero gravity pens, right? You're making $250 a month selling those pens, being one of those 7 sellers that are actively competing on the listing, right?
I mean, in all fairness, like after you have your first order of these pens, you could write your second one from the bottom of the ocean.
That's what it says. That's what it says. So great. So that's how we analyze and evaluate listings. I don't know how much time do we have?
We are at 27 minutes right now, and it is 1:16 y'all's time. So if we need to, we can shoot that other video another day if you guys are available. Depends how much time you want to take on this.
I think that this did like a good. I think this was good. This gives everyone a good idea, a good visualization of what's possible and how you can find products and how we find products. So guys, make sure and check out that free workshop that we're doing February 17th, 18th, and 19th. The link is below for you to be able to register. It is free. We are going in super in-depth for 3 days, how to find products like this, but going in way more depth. And not only that, but how to land the accounts, how to convince a brand or a manufacturer to want to work with you directly as one of their official, authorized, proven Amazon sellers, approved Amazon sellers. So to learn how we do it, definitely check that out. We hope to see you there.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'll be there taking notes because I have no idea what to do in terms of actually reaching out and convincing them that I'm legit. Right now, I'd feel like a fraud if I called somebody up and told them that I knew everything. So super excited for that. If you guys got value from this, smash that like button, hit subscribe because we are having another video come soon. That video will be in the description below, and it will be how to evaluate a listing for wholesale. So super excited for that. And also check out the free workshop, guys. It's absolutely free. And it's a 3-day event, so it's going to be awesome. And yeah, super excited to be there with you guys. Peace out, everyone. Much love.